Before I begin, I want to express my sadness by the loss of life and devastation caused by the earthquake in Morocco. My thoughts and prayers with the people of Morocco and my friend King Mohammed VI, I should say, and my administration, including Secretary of State Blinken, who's here with me today, is working with Moroccan officials on long distance here. We're working expeditiously to ensure American citizens in Morocco are safe, staying in and providing necessary assistance to the Moroccan people as well. Made that offer. Now, turning to the important visit here in Vietnam. As General Secretary and I just shared earlier today, this trip is a historic moment. Today, we can trace 50-year arc of progress in the relationship between our nations from conflict to normalization. This is a new elevated status that will be a force for prosperity and security, one of the most consequential regions in the world. We've elevated our cooperation directly to Vietnamese highest tier of partnership, referred to as the Comprehensive Strategic Partnership. That means the United States has strengthened our ties with another critical Indo-Pacific partner. Our progress today builds on Camp David Trilateral with Japan and the Republic of Korea and the United States. Comprehensive Strategic Partnership the United States launched with ASEAN last year, and the engagement with the Pacific Island Forum. Our strengthened alliances with the Philippines and AUKUS partnership with Australia and the United Kingdom. Our elevated Quad engagement with India, Australia, and Japan, and the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework for Prosperity. And all the effort we've advanced from day one of my administration to demonstrate to our Indo-Pacific partners and the world, the United States is a Pacific nation, and we're not going anywhere. Now, let me also speak to significant business we got done in India during the G20 summit. This was an important moment for the United States to demonstrate our global leadership and our commitment to solving the challenges that matter most to people around the world. Investing in inclusive growth and sustainable development, addressing the climate crisis, strengthening food security and education, advancing global health and health security. We showed up ready to work, and we showed the world the United States is a partner with a positive vision for our shared future. At the G20, we made progress on issues like multilateral development bank reform to get to those nations that are neither poor nor wealthy, but we couldn't qualify before, debt relief, and increased infrastructure needs, not only in the global south, but other parts of the world as well. We forged a groundbreaking new partnership that will connect India to Europe, with the Middle East and Israel, with transportation by rail and by shipment through energy supplies and digital connections that are going to open up untold opportunities for transformative economic investment through that entire corridor. We've also discussed Russia's brutal and illegal war in Ukraine. There was sufficient agreement in the room on the need for a just and lasting peace that upholds the principles of the UN Charter and respects sovereignty and territorial integrity. I want to once again thank Prime Minister Modi for his leadership and his hospitality in hosting the G20. He and I have had substantial discussions about how we're going to continue to strengthen the partnership between India and the United States, building on the Prime Minister's visit to the White House last June. And as I always do, I raise the importance of respecting human rights and the vital role the civil society and the free press have in building a strong and prosperous country with Mr. Modi. And we've gotten a lot of important work done, and I'm looking forward to another good day tomorrow here in Vietnam. And now I will take your questions. Let me see, you told me they gave me 5 people here. Nandita of Reuters.
Thank you for taking my question, Mr. President.
There you are. Good to see you. Sorry.
Last week, China questioned the quote sincerity of the Biden administration.
I'm sorry, the what?
The sincerity.
The sincerity of the Biden administration.
Of the Biden administration, and accused the United States of containing China while pushing for diplomatic talks. How would you respond to that? And do you think President Xi is being sincere about getting the relationship back on track as he bans Apple in China?
Look, first of all, I am sincere about getting the relationship right. And one of the things that is going on now is China's beginning to change some of the rules of the game in terms of trade and other issues. And so one of the things we talked about, for example, is that they're now talking about making sure that no Chinese government can use a Western cell phone, those kinds of things. And so really what this trip was about was less about containing China. I don't want to contain China. I just want to make sure we have a relationship with China that is on the up and up, squared away. Everybody knows what it's all about. And one of the ways you do that is you make sure that we are talking about the same things. And I think that one of the things we've done, I've tried to do, and I've talked with a number of my staff about this for the last, I guess, 6 months, is we have an opportunity to strengthen alliances around the world to maintain stability. That's what this trip is all about. Having India cooperate much more with the United States, be closer to the United States, Vietnam being closer to the United States. It's not about containing China. It's about having a stable base in the Indo-Pacific. And for example, when I was spending a lot of time talking with President Xi, he asked why was I going to have the Quad, meaning Australia, India, Japan, United States. And I said to maintain stability. It's not about isolating China. It's about making sure the rules of the road, everything from airspace and space in the ocean and the international rules of the road are abided by. And so, and I hope that, I think that Prime Minister Xi has some difficulties right now. All countries end up with difficulties, and there's some economic difficulties working its way through. I want to see China succeed economically. I don't want to see it succeed by the rules. The next question was to Bloomberg.
Mr. President, following up on your comments on China and the economy, you recently called China's economy a ticking time bomb. Do you believe the country's slowdown could risk destabilizing the global economy or causing China to be more aggressive defensively?
Say the first part of the question again. There's this thing that's going on.